story does not even begin to describe my first guest. For over 40 years, she ruled daytime as all my children's Erica Kane. Oh my goodness. In real life, she's helped save countless women's lives as an American Heart Association ambassador. Please welcome Susan Lucci. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad. You finally came. You kept saying you were gonna come.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Susan. I've been running into you everywhere, and it's so good to be here on your show, and you look fantastic. This skirt looks like an Italian vacation.
Oh, look at that.
Don't you want to go?
When I tell you, when Susan Lucci speaks, you listen. I'm very excited to see you because, like you said, we keep seeing each other, and I just saw you at the Red Dress Collection concert given by the American Heart Association.
Yes.
You look so fantastic.
Thank you.
How much fun did you have?
So much fun, but you made it so much fun. Sherri hosted, and you were phenomenal. You looked gorgeous.
So much.
You were so fun. She made it fun for everybody. Yeah.
You know what? And when I tell you, see? But it's so funny because, Susan, I almost had a wardrobe malfunction.
Did you?
On the thing, they thought, you know, stuff was gonna come, the babies was gonna come out. Like, has that ever happened to you, that you had, like, any kind of malfunction?
Well, yeah, not exactly that malfunction. But actually, I walked the red carpet the year before last, and
yes.
I had on this enormous dress, and it was so beautiful, and I loved it so much. And the producer asked me, will you twirl? Will you twirl? And I love to twirl, so I said, sure. I twirled myself right off my feet. I got all excited with the music and the audience, and I slipped, and I fell, and I couldn't believe it. And it was, you know, get up. Oh, pray to the get up gods that I get up, you know, right away.
And you got up and you were amazing. But let me tell you something, because I was at that, the runway walk, and we were backstage, and I said, I've never seen anybody fall so sexily. Like normally, when we trip and fall, we gotta get up, everything's like, you like fell this looks like an editorial photo shoot right here. It literally, you were so sexy on that, you could have stayed there the whole show and just been a winner. But I love how, you know what, you fell and you got right back up, which is about being a survivor.
Oh, thank you. That really, thank you. That was really on my mind when I fell. I thought, oh no, I am a survivor. I'm so lucky to be here and happy to be here. Let me get up, you know.
And you got back up and you walked that runway, girl. You walked that runway.
Thank you.
You know, and for this one, Demi Lovato performed.
Yes.
And I know that some people criticize her performance of her song Heart Attack. But it was in homage to her surviving a heart attack. Were you impressed by her? I loved it.
I loved it, and I had the same impression that you did. I thought, isn't that fabulous of her to go up there and just, you know, say, yeah, I'm here now, I survived. And to sing that song, I didn't find anything wrong with it. I thought it was brave and smart and good and all those things.
Which is
know?
like what the song was about. And you know, it's not like somebody who never had a heart attack got up there and sang that song.
Exactly. I also had never seen Mickey Guyton perform.
Mickey Guyton, yeah.
Guyton, excuse me.
Yes, our country singer.
Oh, she was phenomenal too. I mean, what a great concert.
It sure was. It was like absolutely amazing. And I love when the American Heart Association puts on these events to bring light to that. And this is February, which is American Heart Month.
Yes.
This is a personal cause for you because you said one time that you had a lot of chest pains, but you didn't go to the doctor. You were worried about bothering your doctor?
Yes. I had mild chest pain, mild.
Okay.
And I had never had a health issue in my whole life, so I didn't think much of it. And as women, I think we always think, you know, we're taking care of our children and our significant others who we love and our homes and our careers and our jobs. And I just thought, oh, it'll go away. And it did. And so I thought, oh, next time it happened, 2 weeks later, oh, it'll go away. And it did. But the third time, it felt like an elephant pressing on my chest. And I had heard that sometimes a woman's symptoms for a heart attack are different than a man's, and that was one of them. So at that time, I was shopping for a birthday present for a girlfriend, and the manager came over and asked me how I was feeling, and I told her what I was feeling. And she said, I'm going to drive you to the hospital. It's right down the road, and it was. How lucky is that? And she said, I can get you faster there than the ambulance can come, and she did. But I was so afraid to call. I didn't have any need for a cardiologist.
Right.
So I called my husband's cardiologist, and he said, come to the ER, your symptoms are substantial. And he met me, and I got there, and he gave me a CAT scan.
Okay.
And found that I had a 90% blockage in my main artery.
Oh my goodness.
And a 75% blockage in the adjacent artery. So he said he could put 2 stents in. I had never had surgery except for, having my children. And so he took me up to the OR. Well, first of all, he said, we can do it tonight, because by then it was getting to be 9, 10 o'clock at night.
That night
That
on
night.
you.
Mm-hmm.
But had you not known and said, when, you would have never known that you had this blockage.
No, in fact, on the way to the hospital, what I was thinking is I can't bother this doctor from patients who really need him. And besides, it's my day off, and I have too much to do.
Susan Lucci, this is why I love you.
No.
But we have to, as women, we have to really put ourselves first and take care of ourselves.
And I had such good luck that day. I had 2 guardian angels on my shoulders, my grandmother and my dad. And then the manager of this boutique had a degree in nursing. I mean, when does that happen? But the good luck I had to pass on was what my takeaway was, which is to pay attention to your body. If it's not behaving normally to you, do something about it. Don't be afraid to call the doctor.
Yes.
And put yourself on your to-do list. Very important.
And that is also, thank you, Susan. And speaking of a to-do list, you got, I wonder if this was on your to-do list. I was also at the Emmys when Shamar Moore presented you with the Lifetime Achievement Emmy.
Yes.
And Shamar Moore was also there. He gave you your first Emmy after 19 nominations. You got your first Emmy. Was that a full circle moment for you?
It was. I was so thrilled that Shamar was giving me the Lifetime Achievement Award just last month. And that he had given me my first award. He was so charming the first time, and it was great this time. And
this is what I always wanted to ask you, because you were nominated 19 times. I remember they did a spoof on Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yes.
19 times. How do you not sit there with a stank face? I went to the Emmys. I was nominated. We got nominated for 4 Emmys, and the entire time they had to take the camera off me because I had a stank face the whole time. How did you had to? Did you write a speech?
I had an inside stank face.
You
okay.
Had the inside. Had you written a speech? So when every year, and then when you finally got it, you just.
No, I mean, when I give a speech, first of all, I hardly ever write it.
Yeah.
I think about it, but I hardly ever write it. So, but then after the 9th time, I said, you can't think about this anymore, because this is not good. You're probably not winning, so just don't do that. But somehow on that 19th nomination, it was an amazing storyline. I mean, I was in such good hands with Agnes Nixon, and the show was, the storyline was great, producing, the direction, everything was in place, and the press was getting me in a frenzy saying, oh, this is your year, this is your year.
I just loved you as Erica Kane. You went through it with bears. You had a twin, an evil twin. You loved him and left him. But what I loved so much was the love that you had, your love story with your husband, Helmut. You guys were married for over 50 years.
Oh, I love that
when
photo.
I tell you, I have been with you and Helmut, and I just love the way he loved on you and just the protection over you. Do you feel Helmut watching over you, Susan?
I do. And it's wonderful to feel his presence continue in my life. I wish it was the same presence. I just want to put my arms around him.
Yes.
But I do feel his presence tremendously, yes.
Well, I would like to say, because I know it was a long time, and I hope that I'm not being too insensitive, but would you ever consider dating again, maybe? Okay, all right.
Someday.
All right, you don't have to answer that, because I would like us to go on a double date.
Oh, well, then I'll go.
Okay, I'll take it, because my cousin, thank you. I want to take you on a double date because my cousin Devontae has been wanting to take you out for a long time.
Oh, well, then that's a different story.
Okay, yeah. Devontae is just like, he's like, I'm telling, bring Erica over here. Let me just... So just when you ready, we gonna go out and we gonna change our names. You gonna be Lakeisha Lucci.
I love that,
whole
Lakeisha.
role play, girl, Lakeisha.
Okay.
Because I know you got a Lakeisha in you.
I do.
Susan.
I got Lakeisha.
I know you do. Susan, you don't even know what this means to me that you came on the show.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Y'all, for more info on the American Heart Association's Go Red for Women campaign, go to SherriShowTV.com. And up next, we're breaking down the Grammys with Entertainment Tonight's Rachel Smith. Keep it here. Susan Lucci.